Welcome back to the Podcast. I'm your host, Khaled Ali. Big thank you to the CBC Crown Corporation for bringing you today's broadcast. Today we're just gonna relax a bit today, man. I'm not really feeling up to trying too hard. I'm trying to fill all the dead air today, so I'm just gonna relax a bit. I think what I want to get into right now is George Orwell. I've been reading George Orwell's 1984. I've read Animal Farm. I thought Animal Farm. We'll get into Animal Farm. I wanna, George Orwell. He's a really, I see what he's doing, and I see where the period he came from, and what he's trying to preach against, right? He came from this era, of fascism and authoritarianism rising throughout Europe. So I can understand why he's writing these things and why they're so influential. But I have some critique of George Orwell. You see, let me actually see if I can find exactly what I want to reference. I didn't know I was going to get into this topic until now. But it's a good time to start actually trying to find notes for what I want to talk about, eh? Let's see. Because my critique with George Orwell is how he thinks about common people. Because I feel like he really considers himself above the average person. And if I can find this fucking example I was thinking about, I can show you exactly why. Let me see. Let me just keep scrolling through the pages here. Scrolling. I'm not on a phone. I'm on a physical book. No, I seem to have passed right by it. Let's see. I should be right up. I should be right near it, I would think. No. Okay. I might be past it. Let's see. Let's just keep. Well, I'll just let you know. The point I was trying to make is in 1984, he did a page. Yeah, I fucking passed it again. He did a page where he was writing as the main character of the story, who was just a common man who found a journal. And he decided that even though it's illegal to write for whatever reason, that, I'm going to write in this journal. It's such a nice journal. It deserves some writing. So I'm going to do a little diary here. Oh my god. It was near the start of the book, too. So it shouldn't be too hard to find. Let's see. Keep going. And basically, writing from the point of view of this guy who's trying to write, he sounds so fucking retarded. It's not even somebody who's never written before. It's somebody who's actually completely retarded mentally. I cannot find it. Wow, this is actually crazy that I cannot find it at all. Wow. I must have passed it again, I think. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna find it. This is crazy. This is actually crazy. Oh, I think I found it. No, I did not. Never mind. Okay, we're just gonna skip over the part where I find it. But yeah, he's writing from the point of view of the main character, who's writing in a journal, and it's went to the movies today, saw this new movie, like no punctuation at all, right? Went to the movies today, saw this movie about them killing refugees in a boat or something. Oh, and yeah, we saw one guy get killed in the face and another guy get killed in the belly, and then a girl got killed, and everybody was happy that she got killed, so everybody cheered, and I cheered because I was happy that she got killed, but then I was sad. And it's like, it's not even that it's just bad writing, it's a fucking complete moron. And you can tell, like, this is what George Orwell thinks about the common person. That this is how they would, this is their internal dialogue, right? Is just like a stream of nonsense. And maybe, like, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt with 1984. Maybe this guy has lived his entire life under this authoritarian regime, and they've purposefully not educated him or anything like that. So he's turned out like this, right? Which, you know, I guess there's an argument for that, why he's portrayed as being like this. But then, read Animal House. Like, it's the same thing. It's all these animals on a farm, and it's been a while since I read it, so, you know, forgive me if some of the things I'm about to say are a little inaccurate, but it's all these animals on this farm, right? And they decide, yeah, screw this farmer. We're the ones working here. We should own the farm. So they rise up and, you know, they take over this farm that they're all living and working on. And it's all like, all of the animals that are working hard to try to achieve this goal are so infantilized. They're just the most childish characters you could ever write. Like the big horse guy, he's like, his whole thing is he is just a big idiot, but he works really hard, so he's a hero of the farm. And everybody else is just watching him work so hard because they're like little small animals, like the rabbits and chickens and shit. And they're like, yeah, go, yeah. Like babies. They're talking like babies throughout the book, the entire book. And then these, I think they're pigs, are like, okay, well, we're gonna, these guys, you guys should just vote us in power. We can manage the farm, you know, cause, you know, we're pigs, we're pigs, we're capitalists, so we should manage the farm and all the assets and everything. So the pigs manage the farm and the animals. It's not that the pigs are authoritarian, like, militarists or anything. They're not using any sort of, like, brute force to maintain their control. It's just that all the other animals are such fucking idiots that these pigs can just, like, lie to them and, you know, like, convince them of the most obvious lies and falsehoods just to get power, and then they're all immediately corrupted by this power. Like, I think George Orwell, he fails to see, and this is not an argument for authoritarianism at all. I'm just saying you could have done it better, is all I'm trying to say. Because you can't just infantilize the general public, and you know, like, you can't just infantilize the general public and have that as the main reason why, like, these sort of systems would never work, is because everybody is so stupid and childish. Like, the average person, we can't have everybody owning everything. These guys are idiots. They're children. What are they gonna do, you know? Like, there's so many better arguments that you could make, probably. I don't know. Against authoritarianism, absolutely. There's a lot of better arguments you could make. Against authoritarianism, against communism. I mean, against authoritarian communism, obviously. But you're making the argument against authoritarianism. I fail to see I see what he means is, in this communist system, people are going to get corrupted, and they're going to try to get power, and they're trying to get, they're going to be pigs, right? They're going to be capitalists anyways, and they're going to just fuck over everybody else to get all this power and stay at the top and not actually have to do any work on the farm. Everybody else is doing work on the farm. These pigs aren't doing their work on the farm, Like, I see that argument, but I don't know, man. I haven't actually read any other books of George Orwell, and I wasn't planning to make this the topic of the episode today. I was actually going to talk about Norm Macdonald, but this works too. These animals, man, on this farm. I have nothing else to say about George Orwell. That was my whole critique, and I'm amazed that I spent 10 minutes on it. Because I had maybe 20 seconds of material on George Orwell. I spent 4 minutes trying to find the fucking thing in the book I was trying to talk about. Couldn't find it. And honestly, I was talking exactly like that fucking retard in 1984 was writing. That's how I'm talking right now, because I'm trying to fill up 15 fucking minutes for nobody to watch or listen to, So, it's a little crazy, man. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Let's talk about Norm Macdonald's book, man. Norm Macdonald's book was actually really good. I read it. I finished it probably a month ago or 2 months ago, something like that. Yeah, man, it got fucking really meta towards the end. Spoiler alert, if you haven't read the book, definitely go buy it. Go read it. Maybe you don't have to buy it. It's not like he's alive to take the profits. Unless the profits go to his family, then that's a really nice thing to do. So you should maybe look into that and think about it. Don't be such a capitalistic pig and just steal a book, right? Didn't make sense. But yeah, it's a really good book, really funny. Probably the most I've laughed reading a book. I didn't listen to it. Again, I'm the fucking retard from 1984. I don't really remember all that much that was in it. You kind of have to be a Norm fan to actually get a lot of the humor from it, because a lot of the humor, a lot of the storyline is just shitting all over. Adam fucking, I don't even remember his name. Adam. His co-star on the Norm Macdonald, that podcast or talk show or whatever he had. If I can think of the name, Adam Egget. It was Adam Egget. A lot of the book is just shitting on Adam Egget, giving no context as to why he's shitting on Adam Egget and portraying him as some fucking complete retard. But yeah, if you saw the show, you'd understand what's going on there. I mean, he makes himself out to be a complete dummy as well throughout the book, which he did talk about during his life. That's a lot of what his comedy was, and that's what he was going for. Is he was trying to play the idiot. I remember him saying about Bill Maher always wanted to look like the most intelligent guy in the room, but nobody wants to watch the smartest guy in the room be the smartest guy in the room, people want to see an everyman. They want to see some guy who's making fun of themselves for being stupid and acting silly and all this. And he said, he was talking about Letterman got that down very well, because David Letterman is a tremendously smart guy. And, throughout his career, he's always played that, he's played into, being more silly and pretending to be an idiot, just for a laugh, right? And Norm was really striving for that throughout his career, and you can really tell throughout this book, the entire character of Norm Macdonald in this book. Norm Macdonald, based on a true story, is what the book is called. That's his entire character throughout the book, and he makes, all his friends also idiots. All his closest friends, at least. And yeah, the ending, man. The ending was very meta. It was surprising to me how meta the ending of the book was. But maybe that's for tomorrow's episode, because I've reached 15 minutes. Bye.